Hello, everyone. We are continuing our playthrough of the Devil. KatFTWynn is here with me today.
I am. Hello.
And we are on episode 2. We've played episode 0, episode 1, and we are checking out episode 2 today, which someone in chat said was a little bit longer than episode 1. So it'll probably take a couple streams to finish this one. But that's all right. We'll be making our way through. So are you ready, Kat?
I am ready, Captain.
I do wish I could see my mouse pointer.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't.
Yeah. Let me check. Well, hopefully we will once we get in game. So in case. There it is.
There it is.
Where was it before?
It was hiding.
I guess so. You can choose to play episode 2 in high roller mode.
Nope.
No.
No.
No, we're okay.
Do it right off the bat. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm all right.
Oh. I'm Gucci, thank you. Get to vibe with the music. Oh, I like that card.
Do you?
I do like that card.
Okay, you picked standard. Enjoy the mystery. Disable tutorials? No, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It has.
Based on the color, I'm gonna assume this is Emma.
I would also say
Oh.
that.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, who do you think it is? Okay.
No, I do think it's her.
First question's an easy one. Who's your senator?
Oh, God.
Mathings.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know.
Piece of shit still try.
Oh,
I'd be surprised if that was Emma.
Piece of shit still trying to lie to our faces.
I feel like this isn't Emma anymore.
that seemed a little violent for Emma, but
Yeah, maybe not. All right. Mathing is our senator, man. What? Still? Shit. Hey, wake up. I'll stop doing Emma's voice just in case. Good.
where are we? It looks
From
like we're
the
in
top,
a
I
bathroom?
guess. It's Saw.
Yeah. Oh, there's an axe in a sink.
Yeah.
It could
What
be
is your
Saw.
name? It could be.
Ikaria?
Ikaria. What year is it? 28/6. What do you say last time? 2027? Maybe this stuff's finally working. I almost read Doug. That's not Doug. Dog does know how to shake. You cannot go something.
No, he was going to say you can go fuck yourself. That's absolutely what they were about to
Yep.
say.
Fair. Again in the head. One thing I said, one thing I asked. Anywhere but the head. Not my fault he's got a punchable face.
What if this is Emma and she's just really violent and
That'd
we
be
just
so
didn't
fucking
know?
funny. I mean, it's Pink. We
Then
have
she
had one or
really-
two other Pink names, but they're
She would be a match for Morgan.
true. So we calibrated yet or what?
Garrus?
No. That's the blue.
Yeah.
But we're as close as we're going to get with equipment this old. Do you want to get to the real questions? Or does he need to more softening up?
It's Saw Morgan comes out riding a tricycle. I wish.
You want to play a game? A gambling game now. I just said, I will soften him up in the head. How about it? You still with us, hound? They keep saying like dog.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that.
Furry? You're going to feel migraine hit you like a tram in a few seconds. Do me a favor and hold on to the pain. Let's go. And the barbitacine? And the barbitacine will drop you like an anchor. Don't want you a vegetable, right? Yeah, that's the spirit. Knew you were a fighter. Question 1. Do you know why you're here?
Ah. Because you were too spooked to do this over a line.
What? Huh? There's so many colored names. Also, this is like London's color.
That's what I thought too. So maybe?
I'm always the right amount of spooked red.
Nope.
Nope. No. Never mind. I'm just wrong every second. It's fine.
Hey, that could have been Emma. We don't know.
It's true. When I tell you there's heat, I mean it. A heat?
I know. And I always listen. See? Oh, look at my cute ponytail.
She looks... I really like her outfit.
Me too.
She looks so cute.
I want it. I like the sportiness.
Yeah. And cyberpunk feel.
Yeah. See? Breathable layers.
God damn it.
You laughed.
Doesn't mean I concede to the point. You're lighter. Conceded. You memorized the map?
You kept it pretty vague, but yeah, I think.
My eyes.
All right. I think I got the gist of it. You're that worried about a paper trail?
Protective Analytics just won a state contract for new... Proctive? I can't read. Proctive Analytics just won a state contract for new trawling algorithms that can de-anon an entire city block's crumbs in less than an hour.
Okay, so...
I think that's like cookies.
Probably. We should have... Once we get the... Okay, here we go. The UI is here. Okay, IoT, Internet of Things. Wait. Crumbs let you see where you've been, so you can see where you should go. Oh yeah, we have the Emma, the Emma charm.
Oh yeah, Emma.
Yeah, so it's basically cookies. But I just remembered that we had that like encyclopedia that we can check.
Yeah.
So.
Didn't you read the financial section today?
Hold on 1 second.
No, I did not.
I'm gonna turn the main volume down just a smidge.
Nice charm of that violent criminal.
It's just a little loud. I do really like the music in this game though. Okay. I'm more of a Sudoku gal. We can't all be as well read as Reinhard Diamani.
I'm sending you the links. Read them. And the rest of the news, too. Proposition 492's gonna be on the ballot this year. You shouldn't vote on it blindly.
Don't know what you had on the old home screen, but the episode 2 home screen features Morgan in this outfit. Yeah, it gave me the original one, which is why I wasn't sure how to get to episode 2, but it's just new case. So I'm going to assume that when we load up the game,
have this.
yeah, it'll probably show her in episode 2. For a guy who makes the majority of his living operating outside the law, you sure take your civic duties seriously.
Information brokering isn't illegal. What people choose to do with my advice.
Do you declare the income for it on your taxes? Sorry. I promise to take a look at what you sent over.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I love his shirt. Oh, he's Diamani.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you be this calm? A chance like this doesn't come around. Well, ever. Frankly, I'm still surprised they were willing to put up with the funds it took to commission this thing.
What do you think changed?
Nothing ever changes in the lower wards. Is what I would say if I was feeling dramatic. Heartbreak made organized crime look like a bunch of cowards hiding under rocks. Is what I would say if I was feeling comedic.
Don't joke about heartbreak before sending a woman off into the lower wards by herself.
Because you're such a delicate flower in need of protection.
How about you start feeling analytic and give me your real answer?
Fine. In my humble opinion, the Rust made the first move. Demand for their products has gone up, so they set to work with their syringes and cleavers and vans. Mobile chop shops hunting for product to fill the supply gap.
Supply gap? You can't spit without it landing on a Vitruvian clinic. How's the biggest it's ever been? What mods aren't being printed to demand?
It's replacement parts, not the mods that the Rust harvest.
My mods are print on
Vitruvian.
demand. See him in the chat?
Hell yeah. Vitruvian, How, and all the others aren't interested in helping you fix a faulty pump. They just want to sell you a whole new model. The Rust might not always be pretty to look at, but even law-abiding citizens will gladly swallow their distaste for a discount that steep.
A lot of modders are veterans, not easy prey.
Correct. Hence, the Rust stockpiling weapons, and in response,
The blue bloods sensing escalation.
but that's just my hypothesis. I ever get pulled into an alley and wake up missing a kidney, we'll call it a formal theory.
He went to Candy Mountain.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
It's not like we're talking about a weapon of mass destruction. What makes the blues think they can win a gang war with it?
Maybe they found the right soldier to wield it.
The idea lingers in the air for a moment as I gaze out the window. Windows and neon and advertisements galore float up past us like bubbles of air as we make our descent, down into our beautiful city's scenic lower wards.
How's this part go again?
Through me the way to the city of woe, through me the way to eternal pain, through me the way among the lost. Ah, Inferno. Canto 3.
Welcome to the underworld, Dante. Sometimes hot, sometimes misty, sometimes choking with poison. Always dark.
That the official forecast?
More accurate than whatever's on your phone. Between the skyscrapers, the generators, the turbines, and the canopy. Every city block's got its own climate down here.
9 circles of fresh hell. Ah, yes, the Dante reference.
Yep. If you get the reference, say something. Don't make me feel crazy for 5 minutes so you can feel smart for 5 seconds.
The smog of the lower wards lingers on your skin long after you make the climb back out. This place clings to you, unwanted, cloying attachment. But there's an honesty to all human interaction down here that makes it trivial for me to navigate. And it's got a nightlife rife with opportunities for someone with my particular interests.
Sorry I couldn't get you anything else to work with.
It was short notice.
I know better than to bet against you by now, Red.
Well, we didn't even know who you were, so...
Yeah. It's a surprise to us. But still.
It's sweet of you to worry. But this is a surefire thing.
Spoken like a true addict.
I mean it. I'm here for business, not pleasure. I don't plan on leaving anything to chance.
She never does.
No.
Oh. Be the cyber.
Avoid the populated streets, turn away from brightly lit spots. Follow the trail of graffiti and broken cameras past food stands and steam vents down the rabbit hole.
Okay, Matrix.
Sounds more complicated than it actually is in practice. It's easy to end up on the wrong side of town as long as you're trying to. Reinhardt's map narrowed the search a lot more than I expected, but I'll be on my own from here on out. It's got to be one of these 3 buildings. So let's go over what I know. I'm looking for a base of operations for a mid-tier kind of pod. Rougher than a storefront, not as fortified as a headquarters. A location that makes customers feel safe, not trapped. Of course, if I just start knocking on doors, they'll probably find me with weapons drawn. So if I want to be smart about this, I better use all my senses.
You guys referencing Charlie the Unicorn aged me more than anything ever
Good.
could.
Good. Good.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Good.
Although Kita did first.
Good.
Good.
I was going to check some of the documents and terms, but it's not letting me. So maybe I'll wait until we do this part.
Okay.
So
check,
all right,
examine,
let's check.
and okay.
A bit cleaner than the other buildings around here. Could be someone spending money on upkeep. Or maybe this one's just been torn down and rebuilt the least. There are a couple bodies lingering around outside it. They don't exactly have that organized criminal associate edge. Oh, I can look at it now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's just do it now. Okay, mods, body modifications is a term that may refer to cybernetic prosthetics, artificial implants, neural enhancements, or any combination of the above. While body modifications have been seen throughout history and across a wide range of cultures, the modern body modification movement is differentiated by a shift from intrinsic factors, expression or identity, to extrinsic motivators, job opportunities, technological benefits, improvements, and physical or mental ability. Historically, mods have been classified based on which section of the user's spinal cord the interfacing occurs at: thoracic, lumbar, or cervical. But this system does not account for mods which interact directly with the human brain. The increased prevalence of so-called above-the-neck modding in recent years has led to several corporations and medical organizations proposing their own new classification systems, but so far, none have gained so much traction. Users also frequently searched for, can you return mods? Can you undo mod surgery? And best reviewed neural implants 2086. All right, do you want to read Rust?
Oh, I'll do Rust, sure. Rust, gang. The Rust Criminal Organization, the domestic criminal organization known as the Rust, is more accurately described as a loose collection of smaller gangs, sets, and racketeering operations that formed out of necessity rather than any particular shared value. Broad powers granted to the state and law enforcement to address civil unrest during the 60s meant that small to medium-sized criminal organizations could not survive on their own, as virtually all their members could be detained indefinitely if one or more members was suspected of racketeering under new laws that classified gang activity as terrorism. While the Rust has evolved since its chaotic initial formation, the spirit of it lives on in the highly diverse culture of the Rust's component cells, or pods. Law enforcement officials disagree on whether the Rust meets the definition of a criminal organization, as many argue that the gangs that make it up are capable of operating completely independently of one another. Some hypothesize that the Rust serves merely as a shadow on the cave wall, intended to make smaller gangs' patterns of violence seem like well-organized planning. As it stands, the Rust is known for its black market operations in illegal and illicitly sourced mods, offering military-grade or foreign-produced mods to civilians. They are particularly known for regularly assaulting and ripping mods out of their victims for resale. That's maybe what was happening, or what we're going to be told happened, but it's not what happened.
That's what I'm wondering, if that's what was going on in the first scene.
Because they were getting answers from him, but...
Yeah.
Historically, the Rust has been associated with elevated levels of gang violence, earning themselves a fearsome reputation that has, fortunately, limited their ability to assimilate themselves into other segments of society. However, in People versus Harmony K systems, the state alleged that Harmony K had, on numerous occasions, employed the Rust as a kind of extra-legal mercenary force when pursuing aggressive market negotiations with their competitors. The case was ultimately settled out of court for an undisclosed penalty amount, but misinformation has persisted ever since, claiming that the Rust has endured despite its violent tendencies due to being sheltered from consequences by corporations who contract, quote unquote, the Rust as deniable mercenaries.
Okay. ORCA, Organized Criminal Associate. Organized Criminal Associate is the label most widely used within law enforcement for individuals who are members of criminal organizations, supplanting terminology used during the first half of the 21st century in accordance with changes to the organization of recruitment for and internal culture within organized crime. Frequently abbreviated with some artistic liberty as orcs or the more common orcas. That's orcs.
Those are different things.
Those are different things. Law enforcement professionals often use relating nomenclature when discussing organized criminal activity for informal settings. For example, an orca may also be referred to as a killer whale, KL or KW. A group of orcas may be called a pod, while a known gathering place may be labeled a den. Okay.
Speak whale.
Oh, you were speaking whale. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so this is the article.
Public Works Construction. Oh, sorry. Public Works Construction.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you wanted
headed
to
to ballots. Yeah,
Okay.
I just read that title funny. With elections coming up, a number of measures related to infrastructure, public works, and funding for city programs will be on the ballot soon. Read on to get an overview of some of the most hotly anticipated issues you'll be able to vote on in the coming months. Proposition 436 2D. Petition for City Council to commission cost analysis on public schooling. Sponsored by Aaron Houston Myers. For the last several decades, all education has been handled through private institutions, typically associated with one or more corporate benefactors. While this has eased the expense of childcare and pre-university education for many families, some citizens regularly voice concern over children being treated as customers first and students second. There are several schools throughout the city that accept students at no cost to their parents, but these are reliant on government subsidies, introducing the potential for waste and corruption, and are generally seen as subpar environments for learning. If enough voters say aye to this petition, City Council will commission a study to evaluate the cost and feasibility of reintroducing direct public schooling to the city. Proposition 4921A, funding of Atlas Pillar Rejuvenation Projects, sponsored by Chopin.
Chopin?
How?
Maybe?
Chopin?
No,
Chopin.
it would be Chopin if it's referring to like the composer.
The composer. I don't know.
So I don't know if it's the same name and that's how it's pronounced, but
And why did they write it twice? Maybe two different people, like
probably
married.
two different people with the same name. Either they're related
Yeah.
or married.
Yeah, and How Industries and Wickham. Voting aye on this measure will direct City Council to fund the renovation and reinforcement of multiple Atlas pillars around the lower wards, paid for by a % increase in sales tax within city limits. Atlas pillars act as stabilizing points for the city's canopy, super infrastructure, and house all the largest public transit elevators that allow foot traffic to seamlessly flow between the canopy and street level. The measure is generally viewed favorably by representatives from the lower wards, who acknowledge that the necessary construction will be disruptive, but point to language in the proposition that guarantees easing of zoning restrictions around the pillars as vital to reducing unemployment in the target regions. Previous comparable proposals that renovated city pillars north of the park have been touted as successful examples, and studies have shown that poverty is down and citizen satisfaction is up in the surrounding areas. Some number of city council members representing uptown districts have voiced skepticism about these economic benefits, but none have argued against the architectural reality of the canopy's need for additional structural reinforcement. Which exactly of the city's older Atlas pillars will be targeted for this rejuvenation has yet to be disclosed. Past experience has shown that due to the nature of vertically integrated real estate, property values in the lower wards can either skyrocket or even drop into the negatives based on which pillars are rejuvenated. And the city is wary of disrupting the real estate market in the lower wards with rampant outsider-funded speculation. Proposition 4931A, renaming Atlas Pillars to honor local community figures, sponsored by Danford, Johnson, Sung Ho, and Wickham. Nicknamed the Pillars of the Community project in the headlines, Prop 493 seeks, I'm never going to remember which one was which number. I hope that's not a quiz. I bet it will be. Prop 493 seeks to rename the Atlas Pillars around the city after local leaders and national figures, replacing the current system where pillars are given alphanumerical designations based on the streets they are built atop of. Few members of the city council have spoken explicitly for or against the measure, but polls show general support among the citizenry, with some questions about how the new names will be chosen. Atlas was originally an internal name for the super infrastructure constructs, but leaked blueprints and contractor word of mouth spread the moniker and has become rooted itself in the culture in the years since, despite having what the mayor at the time reportedly described in private as an ominous ring to it. Proposition 528, or 58, hello? I looked at the B, saw an 8, got confused. Proposition 527, 3B, Commission of Report on Victims of Acid Snow. Huh? Sponsored by Hernandez and Lang and Mohammed. The acid snow incident sits prominently at the forefront of the public conscience following the Grey Fall documentary that premiered earlier this year. Previously underreported on, while the industrial accident did not create snow and did not, in fact, add acid to the atmosphere, the film's eyewitness accounts of the scarring children received that early morning nearly 2 decades ago as they played in what they thought was an unseasonable snowfall have spurred public outcry. If this proposition receives enough eyes at the ballot box, the city will commission a full investigation into the victims of the incident, including assessment of the damages for what could one day be a public fund for medical treatment.
So
wild that it hasn't been.
They thought it was snow, played in it, and were physically scarred.
And they were like, no, but we don't have to fund that. Whatever company caused it didn't pay for it? Wild. Critics of this proposition argue that after 20 years, few of the victims will still be residents of the city, assuming they can be found at all. Others point to the state lawsuit Gendu Chemicals settled 15 years ago as sufficient compensation for the victims. Okay, so they did something, but it may not have been enough. Though, as one of the conditions of that settlement, Gendu did not admit to any fault or any wrongdoing on the part of corporate leadership. Of course they didn't.
Of course not.
Why would they?
Okay.
They did nothing wrong.
Let's check Morgan's profile. So, birthday, December 26th. She likes power washers, lamb chops, and prime numbers.
Yo!
She dislikes...
She should play Power Wash Sim with me.
She dislikes lectures, felt, and the violin. She plays blackjack, Texas Hold'em, CeeLo, mahjong, e-card.
I don't know what e-card is.
Favorite flower, the funny-looking red ones. Eggs, fried, and runny.
Wait, licorice what?
Radiata?
Licorice radiata. I want to see what the...
Okay, of course the red spider lily.
A deadly fucking flower. I was wondering. I was like, is it a spider lily? I just never knew its like floral name. Of course it is.
Okay.
What a shock.
The spider lily.
All right. They don't exactly have that organized criminal associate edge, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. A lot of pods will pay civilians good money just to keep their eyes open. certainly dark. But there's a camera out front, and it's not broken. Overall, it's probably just some mechanic garage that shuts down the power to save money at night. Okay, so that was our first one. Well, this place looks like shit. Looks more like a haunt, just dry enough for users to pass out in than anything else. It's plenty inconspicuous, but a dealer of the level I'm looking for would be considered a made man. Respectable. I doubt they'd be willing to have to step over trash constantly just to keep a low profile. Okay.
What an edge
Now
of
this
Lord.
one.
Yeah.
The windows are all dark, like no one's home, but they're all shut too, so it could be that they're just tinted. Alley's clear, fire escape's still there for the most part. Could pass for an alternate exit if need be. And that door looks sturdy enough to bounce a bullet off. Someone's been renovating. Okay, might as well pull the trigger. Dingy, but not a shithole. Some secure features, but the paint's not too shiny. Goldilocks takes it. This is my best bet. But why? Why do I feel like I'm being watched?
That's also not how you spell toxic. Whoever spray painted toxic. Okay. My eyes! Okay, well, I mean, I would feel like I'm being watched with those eyes. Oh, I like your bucket hat.
Hey.
This looks like a child.
Well, kid, question mark?
Well, that answers it.
Great acting. You supposed to be the lookout?
Red Hood.
What'd you say? People come down here to be anonymous, or the closest thing to it in the modern day. It's considered poor etiquette to stare at anyone for more than a moment. It's a faux pas to make an effort to remember someone. Commenting on another's dress isn't a slap to the face, but it is odd.
Isn't Red Hood a superhero?
Red Hood is kind of more of an anti-hero.
Oh, well, yeah,
in
like
Batman?
a character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a comic book
I couldn't
character.
remember. Yeah, I don't know details about him.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Go away. At least they can take direction.
They'll be back.
Oh, I guess she's saying it more
Absolutely.
like, go away? Pond,
Yeah.
he shoots people. Yeah, so a little different from Batman.
I
Although
mean,
Batman's
yeah,
breaking
okay.
people's necks.
I thought it was a Robin, wasn't it? Or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Spider.
Hello.
Whatever. A lookout being around just confirms that I've picked the right building. Time to try the door. What'll make them open up?
Call. Call who? Like
Call
call out?
maybe?
Yeah, what we gonna say though?
Hey.
I would normally say money, but like, how do you get their attention without knocking? I don't know. Hey.
What? So,
Morgan
what,
going,
just
hey.
throw money at the door?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, like, usually you bribe, but I don't know.
I would think you would want to talk to someone before you do.
True. I don't know if that'll, like, scare them off. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, any of them. It's always I would say 50-50 shot. This was not a 50-50 answer, though. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you want to do?
We can call out.
All right.
See who answers.
Hey, you open?
Okay, well, she didn't need to yell it.
Maybe not for me.
Oh, my God.
Okay, how about we knock?
All right.
Well, I don't want to give him money. No answer. Should I have tried knocking in a pattern? Shave and a haircut. No, that would be silly. Oh.
I guess money. What are we slipping it under the door?
That's what I don't know. I really hope Morgan just pulls it out and throws it at the door.
Yeah.
I have money. Actually, I have a dark card. A dark card?
Definitely read that as dick card.
Well.
And I was like, okay, Morgan.
That should have provoked a reaction, a grunt, footsteps, something. I place my hand against the door absent-mindedly, ready to move to plan B. and I feel movement. Locks being checked, perhaps a doorknob palm? Anxiety and curiosity pit against one another by an onlooking greed. How do you enter a closed room? First, you try pushing. When that doesn't work, naturally you forget it. I'll find some other. No need for master keys or any other trickery. If you know what you're doing, doors will open for you. Like magic.
And money.
The door's not the only thing that's been reinforced around here. This apartment building, motel, whatever it used to be, someone's made a lot of effort to file it down. Hallways blocked off with chicken wire and stripped furniture, access panels ripped out, doors welded shut. They took a maze and ground it down to a one-way street. Or maybe a shooting gallery, with blaring musical accompaniment.
Who are you? Don't get any ideas. No vacancy.
And here I thought I'd found my dream home, Mr.
Call me Trey. And too bad we're closed this month.
Wait, you're serious? You rent these out?
Of course we do. This is a business.
Right. And you, see a lot of demand?
This is the lower wards, bitch. Damn.
He sighs the word without emphasis, like a subconscious honorific. I'm not honored, but I can't find it in myself to be offended either.
Tons of stray ducks who'll pay top for a site to lay low a night or two.
Does Trey have like a modded nose?
Yeah, I don't know. Lack of nose. I was like, is that
Yeah.
a piercing or the nostrils?
That's what I'm not sure of, and I was
like, this is very Gorillaz vibe for some reason. But yeah.
I was trying to figure that out. I can see why.
Like the Gorillaz music videos, if anyone
Yeah,
doesn't know
I knew
them.
what you meant. Like
I realize I should maybe clarify not the animal for someone who may be like,
Yeah.
why did you say an animal? Is that a stutter? Maybe. This is the hallway. The rooms are clean.
Tim.
I didn't know if it was this.
Sure. No, I think he's being like, this is just the hallway. There's only trash in the hallway, not in the rooms.
Yeah. Look, the doors are heavy, the locks are all physical, and it's quiet.
So this is a safe house for rent.
Safe rooms for rent. But like I said, we're not open for business right now.
Curious.
Come on, up the stairs already. And no mask when we get up there.
And curiouser. A good mask is like a good pair of boots in the lower wards. Keeps you clean, keeps you moving, makes your journey a dozen times more comfortable. And if you leave the house barefoot, you can expect to bring back something unsavory attached to you. It's not odd for him to be barefaced, but demanding that I not wear mine is...
Seriously, stuff it in your pocket. Now. I mean, I would agree in this circumstance, but because I'm assuming we can't progress without it.
I don't know.
But in real life, that would annoy me.
Do you want to try deflecting first?
Whoa. I'm assuming she wants to wear the mask mostly also because she likes anonymity, or like if there's cameras.
Yeah.
She likes it because she doesn't like being seen. And in which case, it's like, what if Morgan got caught because we chose agree? Ha ha ha. But that's not going to happen. Still.
You can deflect first. That's kind of what I was thinking of trying.
Yeah, we can, for sure.
I want to look at his profile. Okay. Well, we know his blood type. He likes vending machines, skate parks, ice chips. Dislikes rich kids, fried food, and cops. Loitering, 3 arrests, 0 convictions. Larceny, 2 arrests, 1 conviction. Truancy, no incidents on record. Okay.
Other than the fried food, same.
All right, deflect. I forgot I was wearing it. Why so nervous, though?
We're not... I mean, I ain't nervous.
Nothing to worry about then.
Yeah, but you need to lose the gloves too.
So that's their game. This isn't a power move, it's insurance. If this place ever gets busted, evidence of my visit will be all over the place. They're giving their customers extra incentive to make sure the shithole remains a hidden gem. A reasonable idea on their part, but it doesn't change my answer.
Oh, well, okay.
So what would have happened if we agreed? Would she
Good
have
question.
just refused anyway?
She would have been like, I would never do that. Why would I think that?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's not happening.
Bitch. Well, whatever. Have fun explaining to the boss why you can't follow basic instructions.
That does sound fun.
Watch it. You're a guest here.
A guest? I'm a paying customer. And if you try to get me to remove any more articles of clothing, I'm leaving a scathing review.
You haven't paid yet? Come on.
Right behind you.
Wild.
Through here?
Yeah. Hey, I'll get the door. I see a slightly pink name that's kind of purple. It's probably the same person.
I don't know. It could have been Emma.
Still could be Emma.
Still could be Emma.
We don't know.
We don't know. I was too busy listening to the music.
It's so good.
It is good. But yet again, I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn it down a little bit just because.
That's okay. Also, if you want to
because
save just because.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. Where's the save there? Okay. Yeah.
She'd say okay, but Trey would ask her to remove the gloves too, so... Oh, and then that's the point at which she's like, no. Ha. Okay, so that's these 3.
Yep.
The Garrus, not Garrus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so weren't
Howdy.
they torturing this name though? Huh. Well,
Unless that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, maybe it's
I don't know.
flash forward.
Could be.
Must have fallen out of the canopy like ripe ass shit fruit.
Okay.
Okay. What a phrase. Because if she didn't fall out of the damn sky, that means Trey opened the door for her. Right, Trey. Tanks. Come on, she.
Is it because you like wearing tank
Tanks.
tops?
Oh my god. How hard is it to not open a goddamn door? Oh, well, she has... Shut up. What a pompadour.
I know. The others aren't fazed by his volume. This is normal. The big guy's always like this. But his outburst is giving me a moment to take in the scenic view. Brings a tear to the eye.
You.
Me?
Who else? Hit that.
A cigarette. It's laced with drugs.
Or don't. I'd love an excuse to kick your ass back down those stairs.
They think I'm a cop? They think I'm a cop, and cops can't use drugs when undercover. I could quote them the exact law that invalidates this legal defense, but I gather that wouldn't assuage their concerns.
Well, what's it gonna be?
No?
Yeah.
That was in your mouth, man.
What?
Sorry, it's not that you're bad looking, it's just...
Trey, who the hell is this? This red bitch. You trying to jinx us? She's a customer. I know she's a customer. We get customers every other day in this goddamn year.
I don't believe that.
Every other day of the goddamn year.
I don't believe that.
Why'd you have to bring her in here tonight?
There we go. This is it. I found the place.
Well, Creek, she's got... Look at me. Don't talk to Creek, talk to me! She's got a dark card. I can't whistle? That's not happening. I ran the cereal downstairs. Scanner got hot like a hand warmer trying to crunch it, so... It's legit, right? Dark card, eh? Huh?
I
Same
nod.
thing.
Hard not to start playing a little more conservatively once you know the stakes. Whatever the specifics of their leadership structure, they're all looking to this Creek right now. This is their leader?
He's fabulous.
But I don't know his rhythm yet, so I can't exactly match it. For the moment, silence is golden.
Yeah, but tonight, Creek, with all the other shit we're expected to shovel. Hey, shouldn't make talk like that in front of the customer.
Customer. You think the word was old toothpaste the way he spat it out? Translation, outsider.
Thanks, yeah, Miller. I know. All the more reason we should tell this bitch to get slagged.
A lot of bitch going around in this episode.
Yeah, seriously. Look, she's here now. So why not take her money? Know what? I got a better idea.
Apply
Oh.
directly to the forehead. The loud one, Tanks, is pressing a barrel directly into my forehead.
Why not take her for all she's got?
You do not want to do that, my guy.
She will literally break your neck.
The metal feels cool on my skin. Reminds me of a stethoscope. Breathe in. And try not to sigh at the theatrics. Instead, I make eye contact with Creek.
Hey now. You're an all-star. You can put that away.
Hey now, you're an all-star. You can put that away.
Way.
He reholstered his firearm without so much as a click of the tongue. Mid-tears, like I thought. They've got something approaching discipline. Mind the safety.
Get screwed. So, we good? We're good. We're good. We are good. Right, Creek? Threading a thin needle, lady. A lot of moving parts neath the surface here. Give me a minute to clear my schedule for you. Make yourself at home in the meantime. Just don't hover, yeah?
Of course. You won't even notice I'm here.
As she investigates everything.
Yeah.
Pester.
Here we go. Okay. Kristoff. His first name
Lakers.
is Lakers, and his, like, nickname is Creek.
Creek, yeah. Water themes, let's go.
Likes making money, making friends. Dislikes doctors. Grand theft, case dismissed due to lack of evidence. Extortion, case dismissed due to witness recanting.
Oh.
Any pronouns. Blood type O.
Let's go,
negative.
Creek.
Anchor, tanks, tan.
Okay.
Okay, likes parkour, spray paint, stainless steel. Dislikes beer cans, water stains, and cops. Assault, 2 arrests, no charges pressed. Grand theft, 3 arrests, 2 convictions. Incarceration, 18 months, juvenile correctional campus.
Got it.
Okay, Heavens, Miller smiles. What a name.
What? What a name.
Likes horror
69
films,
kilograms? Nice. Sorry.
bubblegum, and terrariums. Dislikes bookies,
Aw.
gin, and cops. Vandalism, 4 arrests, 4 convictions. Extortion, 2 arrests, 0 convictions. Littering, no incidents on record.
I take it back. All their parents are awful at naming.
Okay, I guess that's it because we don't have any other
You're welcome, Tim.
notices.
I can't help myself.
So predictable. So I can pester, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to observe.
Yeah.
You doing inventory over here? Ouch. Must have caught you on the worst night of the quarter.
Quarter? This ain't a meg operation, lady. We take our inventory daily.
Torture.
You gonna suggest we put it all down on a spreadsheet? Get everyone to sign off every hour?
Well, a spreadsheet would be handy for this.
It would be, yeah. We got a special name for anything with more than one signature on it. A cricket case.
He's corrupting the CRICO acronym a lot, but his risk assessment isn't misguided. Paperwork brings down more criminal organizations than guns ever will. Give a half-decent accountant one thread to pull on it, and they can rip apart the mafia in less than a business day.
Hey, what'd Creek say? Don't hover.
It's only hovering if I'm bothering you. Am I bothering you?
If you were bothering me, you'd know it. Okay. Interesting that we have remarks separately.
You good, buddy? Looking a little sweaty.
Well, that's just because I was exercising before you showed up.
Uh-huh.
Bitch, don't you believe me? How do you think we defend what's ours down here?
I assumed the gun I was acquainted with just now played a role.
Think we can afford to break the bank on bullets? It's easy to buy a gun. Pulling the triggers,
Also easy.
like kissing it goodbye. It'll rat you out first chance it gets.
An aversion to firearms would explain the relatively low fatalities for gang-related violence. The big names can afford to buy a new gun every week, but for everyone beneath them, it comes down to crowbars, clubs, knives, and mods. Well, I'm sure you all do very well in your fist fights.
Fist fight is juvie. Sounds like recess shit.
Sorry. Fisticuffs?
Laugh it up. The first time you hear the sound of metal, a metal arm makes caving a skull in, you'll get exactly how we operate.
Right. Sorry. Did I interrupt a game? What's your poison? 5 card, full blind, Monaco rules?
Are those games? We just screw around with whatever we've got time to kill, lady. I read that funny, but oh well. You know your stuff. You ever play around here?
Now and then.
The hell? You go slumming for card games?
Now and then.
Have I seen you at a game before? Maybe up by the 30s.
Sorry, must have been some other redhead.
Damn, thought I'd finally got my second chance at getting that beauty's contacts.
You practice that one a lot.
Practiced it a little. How's it working?
Keep practicing. Got him.
Got him. Oh.
Check. That door is nearly as sturdy as the one out front, but a lot more slapped together. What was it originally? That a walk-in freezer or something?
What? No, we had an agreement about hovering. Yeah.
Yeah. It's barred from this side. Hey, Kilroy. I'm glad you got it
Hello.
sorted.
Oh, that sounds scary. Yeah, they all have like this neon blue tattoo. Well, except for Trey. And we haven't seen enough of Miller's skin to know.
Oh, there we go.
So I say they all have got. 2 of them got. What?
Nothing. You're just kind of glaring at me.
It's my job to glare at suspect bitches like you. Tanks is plural.
Tanks is just superstitious. Though I wouldn't call it a superstition until it stops keeping you alive. I'm not!
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Little stitches.
Did I pass a black cat on my way in or something?
It's your clothes.
Again? Didn't know your fine establishment had a dress code.
It's not a code. It's just bad goddamn luck to wear red.
Is your tank top not a red shade of some sort?
Like, I guess you could say brown, but it's on the red side. Bad luck to see red, man.
Same thing.
Nah, you see the red hood, then you fear for your life. Cosplaying as her is weird, but it won't doom you.
Great, it'll only doom us.
Oh.
I don't think I've heard this particular ghost story, boys.
Really? You were blending in so well.
The Red Rider Hood? The Shinigami? Grim Reaper of the lower wards?
Is she an urban legend down there? Maybe.
Maybe. Spot her on the misty night. End up dead by morning light.
Come on, Creek. Don't start that shit when you don't even believe it.
Don't have to believe it to have heard the rhyme.
You've never heard of the Red Rider Hood? Little girl in the fog with a big red raincoat?
It's Six's sister?
Misted in the crossfire of a shootout between pigs and robbers, wanders the world seeking revenge.
No, never.
Thought even uptowners knew this stuff. You gonna tell me you've never heard the cyberpunk or the Little Lord Next?
Guess I don't have a good ear for this kind of thing.
Or maybe you're just not as smart as you think you are.
What does being smart have to do with if you've heard of something or not?
Yeah.
Says the grown man sweating because of a ghost story. How about I take extra care not to walk under any ladders for the rest of the night and we call it even?
Walk under any... Where would you even find a... Oh, did you mean stepladder?
Now who's afraid? You look pale as spit.
Because for some reason I just got the horrible feeling that I lost a bet.
All right. Come here. Pull up a chair.
Hold on. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go through these. Meg. Derogatory slang for a mega corporation or one of their employees. Meg is a derogatory and hateful term used to refer to so-called mega corporations or anyone who works for them. There are numerous unverified explanations for how the term originated. Some say it is a natural evolution from the slang word shark, which was used to refer to ruthless individuals or businessmen in the late 20th century. Others claim that Meg was originally short for Megan, a sort of archetypal individual that defended the contributions that corporations have made to society. Tired of having to read anti-industrious sentiment on the net? Check out our auto-censor tools that replace harmful words like Meg with family-friendly alternatives like job creator or patriot. All right, Mist.
Mist. Slang for shoot, destroy, kill, especially against living things. A slang term meaning to shoot or to kill that originates from the bloody spray produced when a modern firearms projectile makes contact with a living tissue.
Lovely.
A gun, e.g., example?
Yes.
A gun that size could miss a crowd from 100 meters, even if you weren't aiming.
Okay. Cyberpunk. A mythologized counterculture icon or way of being. Mythologized,
Mythologized, I think.
I guess mythologized.
Weird, though.
Or way of being. Originally a term coined in a short science fiction story. What was the first science fiction story to use the word cyberpunk? I would love to know.
Yeah.
And later having grown into a genre all its own, cyberpunk historically has referred to a counterculture centered around the themes of underdogs resisting powerful corporate or government forces through digital guerrilla warfare. While the genre has persisted to modern times and evolved in numerous ways over the last 2 decades, it has taken on a new meaning as a kind of mythologized way of being for the adolescent or disaffected to aspire to, a code of conduct that emphasizes anti-authoritarianism, community organizing, corporate disengagement, and socioeconomic consciousness. The so-called singular cyberpunk has become the 21st century man without a name, a wanderer,
Man without a man. Let's
man without a
go.
man, a wanderer with their own rule of law. Cultural critic Simon Essentia summarized the appeal as thus: there's no such thing as a 21st century hero. Is it any wonder the most vulnerable among us turn to the past for guidance? Users also frequently searched for, get ready with me, cyberpunk. The 99 Man explained, are co-ops illegal? Okay, so Ponch says the term cyberpunk first appeared as the title of a short story by Bruce Bethke, written in 1980 and published in Amazing Stories 1983. He says he made 2 lists of words, one for technology, one for troublemakers, and experimented with combining them variously into compound words, consciously attempting to coin a term that encompassed both punk attitudes and high technology. Interesting.
So is the title of the story as well.
Yeah, I've never heard of that author before. Huh. Okay.
Crico. Or
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah, Trico.
Yeah.
Showing results for Combating Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Criminal Organizations Act. The Combating Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Criminal Organizations Act provides for increased law enforcement powers and impunity when investigating and prosecuting organized criminal charges. The CRICO Act allows for prosecutors to link multiple individual charges of racketeering, contraband, smuggling, or other smaller infractions into criminal conspiracy charges against the entirety of a criminal organization. Though much of the law is built off the previous legislature designed to assist prosecutors in fighting against organized crime, the CRICO Act is distinct in that it makes clear the distinction between criminal organizations and corporations that may be operating in violation of the law. Considered necessary to adapt to changes in the drug trafficking, gambling, and sex work industries. Before the CRICO Act, prosecutors would at times seek to designate corporations engaging in aggressive market or cartel-like behavior as criminal organizations, arguing that their structure does not significantly differ from what might be called a mafia. Post-CRICO organizations with legal business charters registered with the state are effectively immune to criminal conspiracy charges and are instead prosecuted through the trade courts. Some of the more liberal-leaning members of the judicial system have argued that this emboldens certain aggressive corporate behaviors and complicates attempts to prosecute criminal organizations who make some amount of their profits through legally registered and operating businesses. Others point to the relatively higher penalties in the trade courts as sufficient deterrent for criminal activity on the behalf of either corporate or mafia parties. In criminal courts, sentences for individuals can be as severe as life in prison, but in trade courts, guilty verdicts can result in entire companies being deregistered and all their assets being acquired by the state. Users also frequently search for how to avoid CRICO charges easy 2086, prisoner's dilemma explained, and is it illegal to gather with people?
Okay.
All right, come here. Pull up a chair. Let me ask you something before we get started. What was your first job?
Waitress.
Waitress. You remember this feeling? 9 p.m., diners filter out, doors close at 10. Y'all start turning off the grills, taking out the trash, settling down. And then some mouth breather comes in at 9:40 with big blank eyes expecting you to find him a table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asshole behavior. What Morgan did, probably. Asshole behavior. Not breaking any rules. Can't arrest him. Can't shoot the guy.
She might have done that too.
I mean, even if you wanted to. So, related note, you're here to buy. A paying customer. Happy to have you. Just read the room, okay?
Sure.
And no haggling. Now, what are you here for?
Well, can't be honest about that. Time to build a story. This Creek seems less high-strung than the others. He must have a few years and a couple promotions under his belt. He might be on the 3rd floor at the moment, but in spirit, he's still on the street, earning. Everyone above him is in more managerial positions. He's in between crowds, isolated. And he seemed entertained by my poke at the big guy. Putting that all together, I'm not actually here for myself. Truth is, I can't hear anything over the damn screen. I grab the remote sitting on the edge of the desk and turn off the screen. That's better.
The hell you do that for?
It was too loud.
We like it loud. Screws with bugs and wires and cops. Are you a cop?
Keeping it at that volume could damage your ears. You'd end up yelling all the time.
I mean, relax, Tanks.
Like I was saying, I'm actually here for someone else. My boss, to tell you the truth.
Huh, that sucks. Does your regional manager want a made-to-order heart attack at his retirement party or something?
You're not that far off. His son's turning 18 and he wants a party. An organic party.
How's that supposed to mean?
Hell if I know. But a coworker let slip that I smoked a few times in college. So boss goes and hands me his dart card, slaps me on the rear, and sends me down here. Told me to get everything his son needs for the best graduation ever.
Huh, that's rough. A pretty lady like yourself shouldn't be stuck running errands at this hour. Not in this part of the city. It's not safe. Speaking of which, Miller?
Stand up. Raise your hands.
I oblige, but the lanky one keeps staring at me oddly, looking me up and down. It's not complimentary. He's searching for something.
See, normally, I would never be this poor of a host to such nice customer, but... Bosses, right?
Yeah.
Mine have been real micromanaging lately. It's kind of becoming a problem. So, we're taking a little more care around new faces.
Tucked inside her jacket. Around the left pocket.
His eyes aren't modded. Did I give it away with my body language?
Something you want to share with the class? Forgot I had that, maybe?
Yes, I have a knife on me. Should I have declared that on my papers?
Would have been the polite thing to do, yeah.
Sorry for the poor manners. But a pretty lady like me, this part of town. Guess I was just being careful around new faces.
All right.
You're letting her keep it?
I got you here to protect us. Have to wonder, though. Why'd a high-power corporate mover shaker come in person? Why come to us? Why not go across the skywalk over to the nearest Icaria-owned dispensary?
In the beginning, someone was saying Icaria,
Yeah.
weren't they?
I think that was the Miller.
Yeah.
Or at least that colored text.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that green teal.
Cagey tonight, aren't we, boys? The hell are they so suspicious for? And who are the Icaria? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but... Well, I can read between the lines. They're the competition. So if these blue bloods are being this cautious around a paying customer, I can shame them over it. I mean, sure, everyone knows the Icaria have taken the lion's share of the city. I just didn't realize that they had a monopoly, too.
Hey, get it straight.
The Icaria won't be on top anymore once we... Never mind.
Can we not do business?
No one said that. So what'll it be?
Well, I don't want any of these kids choking on their own foam.
Even if it'd be funny to watch?
I figured I'd just buy a bunch of downers and maybe a handful of uppers. Let half of them get high off the atmosphere.
Downers, huh? We've got the new titration of lime. Lasts for hours.
Yeah, they can stir it into their watered down beers. Wait, new titration? No one's gonna shit themselves, are they?
No. Not until the morning, at least.
Alright, well, I can live with that. What have you got on the other end?
Got plenty. As long as you don't mind hippos. Like the animal?
Hypodermics. Hypodermics? I feel like these baby shark types would get nervous around needles. You got anything they can inhale?
Baby shark types? Well,
What?
got a lot of nerve.
What were they inhaling in the other episode? They were inhaling something, weren't they? To so they could work more or something?
Yeah, I don't remember. Nerve seems familiar, but I'm not sure if it's that or
I
if
don't
it
think
something
it
else
was
we also-
called. I don't think it was called that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Fast bump, high plateau, and a smooth ride down. Our bestseller.
Sounds great.
Unfortunately, it's in high demand, so...
So it is called Nirvana. When he said nerve, I was like, I wonder if that's short for Nirvana. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Blue Blood.
Now an international criminal organization known for extorting corporations through shipping ports. The international criminal organization, most commonly known as the Blue Bloods, originated in the early 21st century as an offshoot of Eastern Hemisphere triads that subsumed various dock workers' unions, loosening international corporate regulations and decreasing job opportunities at the time made it difficult for traditional unions to gather and maintain bargaining power. Simultaneously, you're good.
There it is.
Simultaneously, many triads struggled as increasing nationalism around the globe, combined with improvements in border security, made the profit margins for smuggling smaller and smaller, even as demand for foreign goods went increasingly unmet. Historians and criminologists debate on the exact origin of the Blue Bloods, and even among ex-members there remains debate about which side approached which of or when the Blue Bloods became a distinct identity. What is agreed upon is that by the mid-21st century, the Blue Bloods were a significant presence in every major trade port around the world, smuggling goods across borders and extorting multinational corporations by threatening to withhold or destroy merchandise as they entered the country. Domestically, the Blue Bloods seem to have given serious consideration towards legitimizing their activities for a time, acquiring legal charters for businesses for many of their shipping and security operations during the 2050s. The same time period also saw a cooling of hostilities between the Blue Bloods and many of their rivals, with gang-related violence dropping precipitously. Civil disruptions and suspected changes in leadership during the 60s, however, reversed this trend. While the Blue Bloods remain a major player on the global criminal trafficking market, their status of criminal concern was officially downgraded to moderate by the state during the 2070s. Most criminologists agree that their national presence is now relatively weak and has remained so for long enough that the organization's broader global leadership is likely uninterested in expending the resources it would take to change the status quo.
Okay. Nirvana drug. Methahexphenyl?
Sure.
Is an
I don't
illegal stimulant sold in black markets as a recreational drug under the street name Nirvana, sometimes shortened to Nerve. When taken as an inhalant, it is a euphoriant with mild hallucinogenic properties. In recent months, its growing popularity has led many to suspect that the drug is being assessed for legalization by the Bureau of Narcotics Oversight. The process of considering a drug for legalization is kept strictly confidential in order to prevent rampant speculation in the pharmaceutical market. However, increases in the sales of the precursor chemicals for making methahexfenolil seem to indicate that producers are anticipating its legalization nonetheless. The relative obscurity of said precursor chemicals has made the uptake particularly noticeable, and supply has not been able to keep up the elevated demand. Possession, production of, use of, or trafficking in that is a crime. Even when a drug is legalized, previous violations of narcotics law are not granted amnesty. Okay. So that's why he's saying it's in high demand.
Yeah.
Or, like, expensive. Get that he's selling me drugs, but does he really have to sell me drugs? Hey, it's not my card anyway. Charge it.
Gladly.
So, she's like, who cares?
Fuck
Typing
it,
away
drugs.
typing away at his tablet like this, he almost looks white collar.
It checks out, right? The cereal's legit, so...
You already said that.
Yeah, man. You already said that.
Yeah.
It's encrypted, Trey. It's not meant to be a one-tap purchase.
Dark card, the gold standard of an untraceable fund transfer among the criminal and financial elite. Your average citizen wouldn't recognize it as anything special. It looks like any other credit or debit card. Only reason I recognized it is because they got flashed all the time back at my apprenticeship. Mostly for drawing lines, but sometimes for purchasing. Hard to convert the funds back into cash, but if you want to buy or sell in the black market, you couldn't ask for better. So what the hell is going on? I'm dangling some very enticing bait here. An amiable mark, spending money that's not her own. They should be salivating over me. Or amenable. Instead, they're practically x-raying me. Why? Interesting decor.
Finally, someone notices. It's nice, right? It's called cherrywood. Redid the
Think
paint
she's
myself
talking about
with
the
a finish.
sword?
Yeah, yep. I thought the same thing. Redid the paint myself with the finish I had imported. He's very proud of the paint.
The Olympics can really fuck with you. Just heard this commentator say the script would have been rejected because of how far-fetched this comeback story was. The lady was 20 years old.
What? They really had to reach for that one.
It's a nice piece of furniture, Creek. But I was referring to your paperweight.
Oh, yeah, that. You like it? Sure.
Sure.
Eh.
It has a certain rustic simplicity, though it's not exactly gleaming. Have you considered giving it a polish?
That'd be a crime.
Oh.
Polishing off the battle scars from a hard-won prize.
Prize? It's not yours?
Something I picked up on the job.
A masculine voice, muffled, possibly gagged, and stifled as if pained. Seems like I'm not the only guest tonight. Okay, well, I guess this did happen.
That's also a teal voice. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
it.
I guess that did happen at the beginning.
So they have two teal voices, and it's fucking me up. Really wish you'd left the music on, lady.
Sorry, you say something? I completely spaced out just now. Didn't hear a word you said.
Okay. That's okay. I didn't say anything.
Guess you aren't so stupid. You can't even mind your own business.
Speaking of my business, how are we looking?
The card's still processing.
Still? Sorry about that.
Guess it takes time to snake a wire through enough pinholes that even the almighty state can't track it. Takes power, too, apparently. Batteries plummeting. Ugh, dark card. Almost more trouble than it's worth.
Definitely didn't do its previous owner any good.
Eh.
Before I palmed it off his corpse.
Yup. Alright, that sounds right. Your boss must be a careful guy, delegating you to come down here with this.
Yeah, maybe. Not very smart, though. He has no idea what any of this shit costs.
Ah.
If I treat myself after I finish here, it's not like he'd even know the difference.
Good on you, ripping off the bastard. A woman after my own heart. There it is. Now I just need 2 thumbs and a password for verification, and we're golden. Uh-oh. There a problem?
Well, she probably has his thumb somewhere.
Yeah, give me 2 shakes. Yeah, is there a problem?
No, no problem. Sorry, it's just something I heard.
And what's that?
That the Blue Bloods had gotten something special in recently.
Can't trust everything you hear out there. Or read, or see.
No, of course not. But is it true? A no mask?
Like the man said, you gotta be careful what stories you listen to.
Come on, what could it even cost? A couple thousand?
I wouldn't know. I'm no art appraiser. But I do know that it's rare. Fun fact, no means talent. But I don't think that translation does it justice. Less than a dozen people on the planet who can make them.
What's so special about it? I mean, them, if they exist, which they don't. If you want a mask, you've already got one on your chin, lady. State puts up cameras. We put on masks. State adds layered scans. We wear helmets. High tech climbs higher. Low tech punches lower. Back and forth up the escalators. But a no mask's got tech that can't be answered. Scissors sharp enough to cut rock.
Anti-facial recognition, fractionalized active defense.
That's a long word.
Any camera, scanner, or ad looks at that mask, they'll see a face. Within a face, within a face, within a face, until... fatal error. Forget hiding from cameras, searching for blind spots. With a no mask, you just walk down the busiest street in the city and brick every camera in half a kilometer.
You know your stuff.
Buyer beware.
But if this mask could do half of what you think it could, anyone who got their hands on it wouldn't part with it easily.
So how much?
More than you can afford, that's for sure.
I don't know about that. I've got pretty nice stock options.
Maybe you do have the money. That's not the issue. I can't sell it. It's already spoken for.
End of discussion.
Well, sure, you can't sell something that's been spoken for. But things get misplaced all the time. Delivery carriers showing up with the wrong address. Missing packages ending up in the backs of storage facilities. Merchandise falling off the back of the proverbial truck.
You weren't sent here on some errand.
Shit. What is it?
Take a long look, boys, because you may never get another chance. We're breathing the same air as a genuine consultant.
She's some kind of meg spy?
If I was, couldn't exactly come out and say, now could I?
Oh shit.
Is it really this easy?
Yeah, that's some real smart talk. Now give me one reason why I shouldn't paint your brains into the wall.
Because I still haven't paid for my purchase?
Definitely got the nerves of a consultant. They teach you that at some fancy uptown corpo school. Or was it something you were born with? Maybe it's Maybelline.
Something I was born with? Probably. But believe it or not, I'm glad we're having this conversation. Honesty always speeds up the negotiation. So in the spirit of cooperation, why don't you start being honest too?
How's that?
You don't want my money, traceable or otherwise. Only reason you'd entertain a customer while in the middle of whatever bottleneck you're keeping behind that door is because I have something rare that you desperately need.
Don't assume desperation or need.
How about want? You want the dark card account itself, not whatever shitcoin currency it holds.
And why is that?
To steal from your bosses?
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. They're the ones stealing from us.
Yes, I'm sure you have a very legitimate grounds for a wage theft suit, but I don't care. Whether it's for running away, skimming off the top, or just as insurance, you want a wallet they don't have eyes on. And since your tall friend hasn't misted me yet, it seems like you're willing to barter for it. So, the card for the mask.
Not even close.
The card plus 2 quarters worth of my salary. That's nearly...
Nah, sister. You don't have the cash for this purchase. And it ain't the kind of thing you can get a loan from the bank for.
I don't like it, but not cash then. Might as well try it. What about information instead?
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it would have to be one hell of a piece of intel.
I could give you heartbreak.
Uh-oh. I'm a little worried that she's gonna... I don't know. I was partly worried she's gonna go back to throwing that poor dude under the bus. But... because I don't think she's gonna give herself.
What'd she say? Funny.
That is funny. Heartbreak, the most famous anarcho-terrorist in the country, at some Meg's beck and call.
Upgraded to anarcho-terrorist now? Ugh. Hey, Comet.
Hello.
I was gonna say Sarah could probably brick cameras faster than this mask, but I guess she wouldn't want to tag along on serial murder. Probably
Yeah, maybe not. And we probably don't want to include her because she's not the best at lying.
Yeah. She's not.
No.
Lots of people were laughing very hard, having shorted the right stocks before each of his kills.
Hold up, seriously?
No, why do people buy this conspiracy shit so easily?
I don't get the joke. Why would we want heartbreak?
To learn from him, make an example of him, fire him. You blue bloods have been fighting the rust, the Icaria, the state, and everyone who wants a peace for decades. Yet Heartbreak's gotten more notoriety than all of you combined in only a few months. There's really nothing you'd want to say to him, nothing you'd want to ask him. If he was sitting right in front of you,
Cheeky.
right now,
Cheeky.
right now, the following scene contains...
My retinas.
Contains what?
Retinas.
Loud noises. All right. I guess this is a warning, chat. Flashes of light.
No, my worst enemy.
Depictions of violence and gore.
Hell of a bluff. I'll give you that.
Thought it was worth a try. Sorry, just procrastinating having to go back to my superiors empty-handed.
Nah, it was good. Good effort.
What are you playing and what's it about? A lot. It's about a lot.
A lot.
Splinter, do you want to?
Yeah.
It's about a lot.
But yeah, it's called Of the Devil
Mm-hmm.
is the name of the game.
Murder
Very Phoenix Wright
mysteries
meets
and such.
Persona art style meets current events. I mean, I'm still interested in the dark card. It's just that mask is a death sentence crafted specifically for one very special customer. I'm just the one given I'm just the one given the honor of hanging on to it until.
Sounds like you've got your own office politics to worry about.
Getting pulled in every direction.
I know the feeling.
Well, that was a bunch of drama for nothing. Is she gonna buy or what, Creek?
Oh, I'm still buying. Not for some kid's party, obviously. Plan is, we're gonna spike the competition at this meet and greet, make the customer think they're drooling idiots. The mask was always a long shot. I was just personally curious.
Curiosity can get you in trouble. Down here at the bottom of the world.
Don't worry. I like to think I know a thing or two about discretion. I thought she was gonna say trouble.
I mean, also true.
Oh. So what does the bat say?
I will not be able to read that on Discord. Mr. Bat. Mr. Baseball.
It might be
Mr.
something
Ness
similar
is
to
a
that.
fetus 5 seconds old.
It looks like BASPH.
Bas-
Yeah, maybe.
I can see that.
Mr. Batty.
Mr. Batty. Let's wrap this up then. Your password and your thumbs, please.
Sure. I'll just take off my gloves here. Oh, yeah. I make a snap with my right hand as my left extends towards the desk. Your discretion,
Your discretion is
advised.
advised.
Ooh, woo.
Depictions of violence and gore.
Violence-
Violence and
Violence and
gore.
gore. Real quick, before I forget, do you have a bag for all this?
Yeah, actually. I couldn't read that fast enough.
The hell? Only needed to distract him for a second.
Oh.
This is a scary picture of Morgan.
That is, her hand's freaking me out.
Less than one heartbeat.
Her smile?
I did tell him to mind the safety. Did she steal his? She stole his gun then.
Amazing.
The big one made a small noise as he looked down to see that his own gun had blown a fist-sized chunk out of his torso. She's gonna be like, "I told you I'd give you heart."
Yeah.
Heartbreak. Oh wait, I hope I wasn't supposed to click. He jumped up so fast. I was expecting to blow his head off. From behind a motion, a shape charging towards me. Spinning left, I draw my knife, exhale, and lower my shoulders. There. A loudly broadcast haymaker swinging in from his right. Bad instinct. He must have gotten used to those sparklers making people flinch. I step in and his bicep smacks dully onto my shoulder as I place my knife directly into his carotid. I did wonder if she was going to murder all these people.
I mean,
he's gripping that
unsurprised.
knife with all the strength he has left. We were warned of violence. Wait,
honestly,
really
the warning was more of a flashing light, though.
Someone's been stabbed. What do? When applying first aid to a puncture wound, removing the foreign object is not recommended, as this can greatly increase the rate of blood loss.
Also very true.
Yes.
Also, that's a really cute card.
It is a very cute card. Yeah, if you've been, punctured, you shouldn't pull the object out.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave it.
Another bad instinct. Oxygen cut off to the brain, already losing vision.
Red.
And dropped with all the grace of a garbage bag hitting the bottom of the dumpster. So that just leaves... Hasn't moved a muscle. Newest member, weakest in pack. Personally, I wouldn't have given the new guy guard duty, but hindsight's 20/20. The gun's double-barreled, 2 shots spent. And Miller still has my knife in a literal death grip. I'll have to improvise for this last one. What the hell? Why not? She's gonna drag it slowly.
Oh, shit!
He probably did shit. Though, come to think of it. How do you use this thing? Aim for the bleachers, I guess.
Oh, fuck.
Of the devil.
Oh, okay. What an intro.
What an intro.
Something due?
Episode 2. His
due.
due.
That makes sense.
Too bad he bled on the rest of the warning. What a shame.
Yeah.
They do show it in movies, like the person always pulls it out. So I thought you were supposed to, but you're not. Barely got 3 centimeters into his neck. Must have hit a vertebrae and stopped dead. Still got the job done after a few whacks, but... Well, it was my first time with a sword. And I've never been very good at anything the first time. I've always needed lots of practice. Okay, the music should have deadened the sound of the gunfire. And that gun was heavily modified. If it somehow still has its tags, they can't possibly be functioning properly. So I've got a window of opportunity. First things first, gloves back on. Oh shit, he's still alive.
Shit.
Wow, someone's lively.
Who the hell?
Some kind of mod keeping him alive? A cruelty under his circumstances. I could hear that slug tear his intestines apart. The pain alone should have knocked him out cold, yet his fingers are limp, his eyes sharp. Paralyzed.
There are rules. I thought.
Blood's pooling fast. You've got 4 minutes.
4 minutes for what?
Everything.
You're no mega assassin. You're too talkative. Who sent you? Fox? Gray Lady? All that red should have... You the Rust's newest? Rabbit Dog? Caribou?
It's cute how you all give each other nicknames.
You're civilian?
Where's the mask?
What? Go to hell.
You just looked right at that desk drawer. I thought you said you played poker. Need your keys.
A civilian thief?
Theft is victimless. It's robbery when violence is involved.
So you're just out of your goddamn mind.
I'm the last person you'll ever talk to, Creek. Your choice, but do you really want to be rude?
You seem like you can take it.
The key clicks into the small safe and I pull upon the door to reveal paperwork. Page after page of spreadsheets and diagrams and text, all printed in red. Is this important?
So considerate. Nah, just throw it anywhere.
Okay.
I was joking.
3 minutes now. Sarcasm will cost you time you don't have. There it is, a gleaming darkness at the back of the safe.
So that's it. You. All this. All of us. For that. Just for that?
I get asked that question a lot.
What is that hat? Or what?
That's the mask, isn't it?
Maybe.
Would you feel better if I'd killed you for a different reason? If I had a good reason for blowing a hole in your stomach, would it have hurt any less? You've still got more than 2 minutes. Plenty of time. I could spin up whatever fairy tale you'd like to put you to bed. I bring the mask to my face, and for a brief moment, the surface seems to writhe. Is it trying to adjust itself to me?
Suppose it makes sense. You wanting a mask so bad. If I was as hideous as you on the inside, I wouldn't want to go barefaced either. Hit a nerve. Must be the worst kind of feeling. Being seen. Seen by someone you can't even hurt anymore. Well, I see you. Heartbreak. Yeah. Big bad, faceless heartbreaker. Breaker? Break. I'm just a dumbass punk. I didn't read the rest of that.
Don't flatter yourself. It's not that you're particularly perceptive. I just don't have anything to hide when a corpse is talking.
First honest thing you've said. So what gives, HBK? You're clearly not an idealist. All the terrorism, rebellion theories out the window. You go around killing because your daddy smack you around. Your mommy not hug you enough.
My father never laid a hand on me. My mother hugged me. A sufficient amount.
So what the hell's your excuse?
I don't make excuses.
Then what the hell's wrong with you?
Less than a minute now. I could spend that time making up a diagnosis if you'd like. Or would you prefer I just come over there and squeeze?
How? How many?
Another question straight out of the greatest hits. How can I put this? How many times have you eaten bread?
Never. Got a gluten thing, bitch. Got her!
Whatever. Point is, I'm not a collector. This is not my hobby. I do not keep count. There is no code. I do what I want as often as I want to.
Do what thou wilt. Whole of the law. Is that it?
Don't know what you're referencing, but from where you're sitting, do I really look like the law-abiding type? I bring the mask back down to my face, and again its surface seems to shudder.
Forget it. Least I know. You deserve what's coming.
I've heard a lot of empty threats in people's last moments creak. They're never that memorable.
Told you that mask was a death sentence. That it was spoken for. They called in a huntsman from overseas. Home turf. Huntsman can become anyone. Go anywhere. Kill anything. Supposed to come over and slaughter the rest. That mask was part of his payment. He'll be looking for it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Finders, keepers.
Forget it. I don't need to scare you. Huntsman, hunter, too much meaning lost. Always thought better translation was pelt taker. He'll find you, flay you alive, wear your skin, and then go and murder everyone, okay?
Ha! She laughs.
Ha! What a face.
I didn't need the crotch shot, but
I didn't even realize that's what we were saying. Should have taken you up on dipping out early. Anything would beat dying, staring at a face. A face like that.
So, a huntsman coming to get me. Nah. The dead and the dying make for strong bluffers. And I've seen more than a few of them try their hand at improv. Time to move. I need to scuff things up a bit more. Make this look more like an orca shootout than, well, a visit from me.
Okay. Also, isn't huntsman
Get it back. My knife?
a thing in story? Like, they keep doing, like, story tales. That's not the word. Hello?
Story tales?
Fairy tales. Oh my god.
What are you saying?
They're doing like fairy tale references. I just couldn't remember the word fucking fairy tale. But like Huntsman is one, and then Red Riding Hood earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was finding that fascinating, but fucking couldn't think of the word. Damn.
Weapons are inherently disposable. I can kill with anything, so I'd never bother to retrieve one from a dead man's grip. But I might have need for a knife again, shortly. So I'll be taking this back, Miller. I had to pry. Why is it that the dead are always grasping?
Bigby. He is a cop. Or works for the cops, I can't remember.
The sword was not worth the effort. Lesson learned. But now I have to remove it for this next part. His eyes. Can't tell the model from the outside, but I can make a strong, educated guess at the price range. If they back up any data, it can't be more often than once an hour. It'll be 10 o'clock soon. I'm gonna need something with some heft to it. Oh. See no evil.
I love those things they're adding. The skull pictures are fun.
Well, the bat's definitely spent, but his eyes are no longer a problem. And the sword is fine where it is. Not gonna tempt fate and risk nicking myself with it. That's all the burning issues addressed. Time to take care of the chores. I had to remove my gloves to convince them I could use the dark card. That means I handled all the murder weapons with my bare hands. Obviously, I'll need to wipe my prints off this gun and my knife. But I put my gloves on before opening Creek's safe and cracking Trey's skull. So what does that leave? Halt, heads up. Remember everything Morgan handled? Question mark?
Well, the sword.
Better try. The police don't miss fingerprints. What is this, heavy rain?
Yeah.
If you're sure you've got everything, you're good to move on, right? Focus, no mistakes.
I have to run to the bathroom.
Okay. The sword.
So I'll be right back.
The sword. I gripped the handle with both hands when I brought it down on his neck. Thinking back, I dragged the tip across the floor, didn't I? Shit, probably got Miller's blood on it. That's sloppy and stupid. Why the hell did I? Because she's theatrical. No, forget it. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. Fingerprints can be wiped, but there's no cleaning agent on Earth that can hide blood from a modern forensics team. And I'm not looking to do an encore performance of my reaction to those goddamn fickle bobbies. Okay, so I guess once we're done, we would hit advance. Oh. Return keys. Right, the keys I took off him to open the safe. The Blue Bloods are going to find out I took the mask eventually, but I see no reason to give them any hints. And on the off chance the police get here first, I'd rather they not investigate this as a robbery. All that's to say, you can have these back, Creek. Okay. The card. The dark card played its role as bait perfectly, even if it's the reason I'm having to go around wiping off prints. I'll never be able to pull the funds off it, but I might be able to use it again if... it's stuck. Creek must have dropped it harder than I realized. Getting shot in the stomach doesn't help with handling delicate electronics. No way I'm gonna risk taking the whole reader with me. Could have any number of pings and strings leading back to the manufacturer, or even the Blue Bloods themselves. No, I'll wipe the dark card off and then set the whole reader back on the desk. For all anyone knows, Creek's pod mugged it off some slummer and we're trying in vain to get beer money off of it. The remote. We did touch that. This is the remote I used to distract the big guy. I need to wipe my prints off it, of course, but should I turn the music back off? No, it was playing when I first walked in. Best to preserve continuity. And besides, what was it he said? We like it loud, screws with bugs. He was right about that much. A little smoke screen never hurts. Okay. Do we have to do anything with the bat? I mean, he took the bat and like, I mean, it's broken, but I'm not getting an option. Oh, right. She put the gloves on before. Okay. Right. So we don't need to do... Okay, good. So... Keys, card, remote, sword. I think we got everything. The gun, I don't think I think she has it, right? I think she kept it, and I think she was gonna wipe it off the gun and the knife herself. I don't know if I have to do that. Because I think they're just on her. I don't see it laying in the environment. Which I think is what this wants. Was like anything in the environment. Okay, I think we're done. But I'm gonna wait until Kat gets back and go over it with them. Plus, I don't want to leave before Kat comes back. Welcome back, Kat. So, I wiped off the remote, the card, the keys, the sword, and I think that's it. So, I think we're good to go. I don't see any other prompts. But I didn't want to go forward without you. Does that sound good?
No, that's fair. I think so. I mostly remembered the sword more so than anything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she definitely didn't say the sword, and bitch, you just fucking touched it.
Yeah.
To take it out of his neck.
All right, so you ready? I did throw down a save, just in case.
We love saves.
Yep.
I move my mic.
I can't exactly spend all night on this. Am I good here? I think so.
Wait, try think again from here, just in case it pulls that shit.
What else is there?
Where it, like, now will let you interact with something. Because it did that in episode 0.
I don't think there's anything else, though.
No, I don't think so. I was just wondering if it would allow something now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it didn't let you interact with what it was before until you looked again. Okay, it seems like you're good.
Okay.
I just didn't know if they'd pull that shit again.
Call it here. Yeah, okay, this feels like the scene's been set. I guess that's correct then. We got chips.
Cool. Chips.
It's a strange sensation, erasing your own presence. A sense of supremely private accomplishment. Like placing the last piece into a milk-white jigsaw puzzle. And then throwing it in the trash. It's not unpleasant,
Okay,
but I can't linger here any longer to savor it.
Let's take a drink of water.
Time to draw this to a close.
Is this gonna be someone you know?
I don't know. Thank God for the mask. I can still tell it smells god-awful in here, but it's bearable. Well, it is a bathroom. Rehydrated sweat and vomit, scents full of adrenaline and sickly heat. Unfiltered, I'd be at risk of getting sick. If it weren't for all the blood. She's like, the smell of blood. It just washes everything
brings
else
me back
away.
home.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
Right. Hello.
Hello.
What to do with you? Blindfolded, gagged, hands bound above him with plastic ties and linen wrappings, beaten bloody and drugged? These syringes. They wanted him to stay conscious. Not very popular, are you? Still, you're not dead, and with these kinds of injuries, you won't die soon. Not without a push. That might be the most charitable thing to do under these circumstances. You must have wished for death at least once during all this torture. Too bad. The bat that barred this door is now in splinters. Anyone walking in after me won't realize that this room was locked from the outside. If this captive had somehow gotten his hands on a blade, there'd be nothing stopping him from stepping out of here and butchering his captors. The Blue Bloods will want someone to blame for the deaths of 4 of their men. And unlike the police, they won't bother arresting an innocent man and putting him up on trial for the world to see. They'll wrap things up for me. Hold that for me. As for the gun,
I think he heard everything. Did he
that's
not?
what I thought too. So, but I don't know, maybe the music, but there was that one time when the music was off.
She turned it off, yeah.
Right.
So he'd be like, I heard a woman's voice.
Yeah, it could be. What's with the... All I did was tuck the gun into your waistband, pal. Oh. Okay. I can see how that would be distressing under the circumstances. Well, you can relax about that. It's not loaded. A few minutes from now, you're gonna wish it was. It really looks like he keeps trying to say motherfucker. Because it's always like...
Muffled.
Out again already? Rest up while you can. When you wake up, you'll want to start running. See, I think that's sloppy, Morgan. I think, Morgan, I think you should be better at this. Because I think he
definitely heard all that.
I think he heard at least her voice. I don't know if he would have heard exactly what was being said, but I think he heard her voice.
Yeah.
And if they label it a heartbreak killer or a heartbreak killing, and then this guy says, oh, I heard a woman's voice, then...
Well, I don't think they will label it a heartbreak killer because it's not heart. The heartbreak killer was only with like the MO of Emma-like people and always in the heart. So they would label it something, but...
That's true. Unless he
I think
overheard.
Emma might think.
Emma might. Unless that guy overheard them talking about heartbreak, though.
Oh, good point.
That's what I wondered too, Great Destroyer. Like, is she going to defend this guy?
Oh my god, again.
Again? What luck. All right, 3:35 p.m., August 14th, 2086. Ding dong.
Like I practiced. Irashai?
Is that his name? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
I don't know. Pardon. This had to be in the past because Morgan doesn't have her ponytail.
Well, I think she was only wearing it for that.
Oh, you think she was only wearing it for that mission?
Yeah, because I thought she had short hair, but then when you like looked at her profile, realized it's like up in a weird bun.
Yeah.
So maybe she does have like a really long hair, but usually has it up in like a tighter bun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very, very me coded.
Yeah. Very me coded. Keep working on it, kid. Bar Kintsugi.
Didn't mean to interrupt you in the middle of training your new employee. How's it working out?
Bah, it is she, right? Never worked this close with an ad before.
She is unbearably forgiving, so I doubt you'll get sued.
She's fine. Good at cleaning, precise with her mixing, knows a hell of a lot of trivia. Popular with the younger crowd, I think. This is the place with the android bartender. They talk like I installed... Oh, I didn't even imitate, but whatever. They talk like I installed a new karaoke machine.
Oh, maybe this is taking place now. No, I like Morgan's ponytail. I like her other outfit.
Yeah.
better.
It's
I
a
didn't
good
know
one.
you had a younger crowd.
Funny. What's that make you, Grandma? More of a learning curve to her than I was expecting. Did you cheap out on her bass installs? It's like I have to teach her everything.
Trust me, there's nothing cheap about Sarah. But yes, she can take a minute when learning the ropes. Grin and bear it a little while longer. Once she does find her footing, she'll have you worried about your job security in no time.
Keep it up. I didn't have to do you the favor of hiring her, you know?
Favor.
Plenty of people out there would kill to work at an up-and-coming bespoke establishment like Bar Kintsugi.
I think I hear them pounding on the door now. Technically, legally, you didn't hire anyone. I generously agreed to loan you my android during the hours when I have no use for it. These kinds of arrangements aren't uncommon. Androids can, in theory, work 24 hours a day indefinitely, but their users can't. Parents come home from work, people go to sleep, staff take holidays, offices close for the night. The end result of all that slack is that a lot of androids spend a good portion of their operating time waiting around. So the more enterprising owners loan them out during that downtime, ideally to businesses with complementary working hours. There are plenty of apps and HR software to help arrange it all. But Sarah's apprenticeship wasn't that on the books. After the fallout around David's death settled down, I came to realize exactly how shortchanged I was in our paralegal agreement. She is handy for research and rote work, of course, but she barely sleeps, rarely eats, finishes paperwork at lightning speed. I was spending more time finding shit to keep her busy than I was actually working. And of course, I value my alone time. My murdery time. It was on one of those long walks of mine that I recalled Reinhardt was having trouble getting this bar up and running. Takes a village to keep the world's most advanced android busy.
Yeah, alone, whatever. Sarah's the one who clocks in and clocks out, does the work, cleans the bathrooms. She's the employee.
If she was an employee, you'd have to cover her benefits.
Not in my current income bracket. I checked 3 times. Wait, you're not taking her paycheck, are you?
It's not a paycheck.
Don't lawyer me on this shit.
Sarah can't earn a paycheck. She's not a person.
If she walks like a person and talks like a person and works like a person.
The Supreme Court disagrees. By 13-0.
Yeah, well. Supreme Courts have been wrong about that kind of thing before, haven't they? Do I hear a...
Touche. Sarah, tell boss here what you spend your salary on.
I have started purchasing cases of wine.
Ma'am? What? Wait, that's what those deliveries were?
As the wine appreciates, its resale value will increase. Especially if I can predict which vintages will be in high demand. She's scalping! Since I don't have a bank account, I can't earn interest in the traditional sense, but if I stay up to date on the sommelier reviews...
So you'll resell the wine at a profit, and what'll you do with that money? Buy more wine?
Stop it. You're making her depressed. Rude.
I did also purchase a cache of sheet music.
I bet she buys up a lot of amiibos too when they drop.
Her hair grew a lot. Did she have short hair?
It could have just been pushed back to where you couldn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
she did have the big poofy jacket.
Maybe she got extensions.
I mean, maybe.
What? What for?
Practice.
You're muttering. Forget it. None of my business. Speaking of business, the place isn't exactly packed.
Well, you are volunteering to help with that. Well, nope. Well, are you volunteering to help the... Yeah, okay. There are lawyer bars, right? Right? Where all the lawyers go after trials? Kitsugi could always be a lawyer bar. Yeah, invite Emma.
Yeah, those lawyer bars are usually close to the courthouse, though.
Don't. Just don't. Everything's signed and paid. I can't think about what ifs on location anymore. This is the spot that was available, and I need a soda water with all this stress on my stomach. Sarah, 10 bar. What? Huh? He just fucking dipped?
Guess
holographically?
Ahem. What are you buying, stranger?
Is that the line from Resident Evil 4?
What are you buying, stranger? But she's got to say it like her.
What are you buying? What was that?
Boss has been teaching me his barside manner.
By playing Resident Evil 4?
Yep.
He says that his clientele expect a certain degree of maturity when they come here.
And so you're using a deeper voice, which Kat was not doing.
Oh, oops.
It's
I
okay.
thought she was just being louder. Is it not working?
No, maybe she was using the voice.
It was like, what are you buying,
What are you
stranger?
buying?
Yeah. Please let me know when you are ready to order. Oh, you made her sad.
I make everyone sad. I just murdered like 4 people. Did someone leave this behind after their lunch break? Could be trouble if they left anything work-related on here. I'll help them out by throwing it in the trash after I'm done reading.
All right. Sears debuts new fuel, named in new lawsuit. Last month, Dr. Sirius made waves in the scientific community for the dozenth time in their storied career, when they announced that they had patented the process for distilling a new helium-based fuel, one intended to replace hydrogen and combustion engines, ranging from personal vehicles to full-sized freighters. Only a few days later, they made headlines again when that patent was leaked to the global net. Now, Proteca, an investment firm. It's just roller coaster, up and down. I'm trying to figure out. I have a hard time tracking when it scrolls because the scroll is so.
The scroll
like,
is
jerky.
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
So no, it's not. It's just like.
That's just the way it is.
Fuck you with my eyes. Yeah. That's just the way it is. An investment firm now. Nope. That was the previous line. Now, Proteca, an investment firm and longtime financial backer of Dr. Sirius, has filed a lawsuit alleging not only that Dr. Sirius failed in their responsibilities to protect their investment, but actually allowed the leak to occur. We sat down with Dr. Sirius to ask them to, who would be so surprised by that?
Who would do that?
To ask them to respond to the suit's allegations and to question them about their recurring legal woes. For those who may not be familiar, what makes your process for distilling helium fuel so valuable? In this world, if you're not plugging into an outlet, you're running on a battery or you're burning fuel. Batteries are useful, but they scale poorly. A battery-powered phone is light enough to be weightless in your pocket. Battery-powered plane couldn't generate enough lift to get off the ground. Now, aside from a number of closely guarded national reserves, there are no fossil fuels left. The wells were pumped dry years ago, so after we were forced to adapt in a rather abrupt period of growing pains, hydrogen has become the global standard for fueling long-distance machinery. Therein lies the problem. The plane I took to get here runs on hydrogen. It produces nothing but water vapor. What's the problem? The problem is the laborers fueling your plane before it took off had their fingers crossed the entire time, afraid that if the absolute ground field failed, one static spark could blow up the whole airport. What makes helium superior? Aren't we running low on helium too? Like currently, right now? The helium-2 fuel we've developed is not pure helium, to be clear, but near enough. Unlike hydrogen fuels, what we've created is non-combustible. You could fire a flamethrower over a tank of it, and it remained perfectly safe. How does a non-combustible fuel power combustion engines? Helium-2 is non-combustible, but in the presence of our specialized catalyst, it can be ignited to generate force comparable to, or in some tests superior to, the horsepower exhibited by hydrogen engines. What's the catch? So far, it's expensive to distill, and the catalyst materials are even more expensive to produce. We have yet to even simulate a profitable commercial flight, for instance. That's a pretty serious catch. Steel wasn't profitable before the Bessemer process. Things panned out for the steel tycoons just fine. Are you hoping for someone else to do that, improve upon your process? I know where you're going with this, but the answer is yes, of course. I'd be overjoyed for someone to improve upon what we've built. That's essentially what Proteca has accused you of doing, isn't it? Leaking your data intentionally so that others around the world are free to start experimenting with it. I don't think it's legally wise for me to try and summarize Proteca's lawsuit against me and my laboratory. Like Dexter's lab.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Laboratory.
My laboratory. You know what? Listen. energy is limitless. It cannot be expended. By that virtue, there cannot be a scarcity of it. You will never have a monopoly of it. And since it is infinite, the correct market price for it will, over a long enough time scale, trend to zero. I don't think I'm being cynical when I say there are people who don't like that very basic math. I'm going to stop you there because you're getting into our next topic, your politics. Do you consider yourself a political person? No. Are you or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? What? Hello? No. Do you believe science should be apolitical? Yes. So why is it that you are so frequently invoked as an example of the liberal bias in the sciences? Science is not political. Science is progress, moving forward, learning more about our universe, deepening our understanding of its mechanics, and the process will never be conservative. Science doesn't move backwards. Calling all conservatives backwards is not what I said, but you're free to interpret it as you like. What's not open to debate is this. What makes something science has nothing to do with who works on it. It has nothing to do with class or power or money or even majority rule. Science is reproducible. No miracles required. Miracles are prohibited. If one person can do it, anyone can do it. And so science is inherently egalitarian. Egalitarian? I think egalitarian sounds better. If someone feels that because of that, science has a bias against them, then that speaks only to their own politics and not the failings of the scientific community too. Log into your review account, Review Plus account, with your passkey or net provider to finish reading this article and see so much more.
That was the preview that it allowed you to read?
Yeah, seriously,
before
holy shit.
signing in? For a pop sci figurehead, Sirius sure keeps busy. Guess I don't have any evidence proving they aren't legitimately brilliant. But I can't take seriously anyone who guest stars on TV that much. Can't deny they seem to be making progress with new kinds of...
fuels. I don't know if they were really renewable.
New fuels. Some of the only new fuels we've seen in decades. Could be decades longer before it's actually practical, but any new fuel has to be less volatile than hydrogen.
I thought helium was volatile too, but maybe... No.
Please don't throw that datapad out. Its owner might come back.
Perish the thought. Though now that you planted the idea into my head...
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh no, anything but that.
Rain must have searched for months to find affordable underground real estate that wasn't flooded, or already filled to the brim with server farms. Putting Sarah on cleaning duty was a good call. If any of the tiling in here starts to grime up, could start feeling like a subway station bathroom real fast. Do you have anything else? Oh, peruse. It's a well-stocked bar. Got tea and coffee too, if that's what you're into. Nice ambiance, soft lighting. Warm on a chill night and cool on a hot day. Now all that's left to do is wait for the customers to stream in. Any day now.
Wow.
We got more chips.
Sarah bought all the wine. The Karens are crying.
That might be it.
People risking a rerun of the Hindenburg because it's cheap sounds too realistic.
Wait.
That's what I was like.
Shit. Or
I mean,
that?
I guess so is hydrogen, yeah.
Or was
I saw it? All right, I heard it.
I heard it too, and it wasn't... Yeah, it's not the top bar.
No, I think it was something along the bar or chairs, maybe. Or maybe it's one of the back shelves. What the fuck?
There.
Oh, cat!
It's a lucky cat.
Oh, I love lucky cats.
Yeah.
Did you say something, Adonai?
No.
I suddenly got the strong impression that there was something you wanted to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As you say.
I think I'm ready to order. Nope. We are gonna look at stuff. Okay. No. Classical Japanese masked dance drama. No, translated literally as ability, is a world-renowned form of Japanese dance theater with traditions and codified performances dating back to the 14th century, strictly regulated by the Iamoto system, in which a single heir inherits all authority, mastery, and secret techniques of their predecessor. No strict adherence to tradition and seniority have made it difficult for the practice to spread and flourish during the 21st century. Performers wear archetypal costumes and masks and must convey emotion through precise movement. Their masks are masterfully crafted, such that a single static mask can convey sorrow, fury, joy, or terror by merely angling the head differently. Okay.
Data pads. Noun, a mid-sized portable electronic device for use inside local networks. The lightweight, portable electronic devices known as data pads have no significant internal storage capabilities and can only display what is streamed to them from local networks. Originally marketed as a replacement for ecologically wasteful newspapers, magazines, and flyers, data pads quickly became infamous for the difficulty and expense involved in recycling them once their limited lifetime components expired. It wasn't until they were rebranded as ideal for privacy and security that data pads found success in the private and public sectors, where their ability to display location-locked content helped corporations minimize data leaks and give their advertisements targeted geographic relevance. Today, data pads are a mainstay of high-traffic public spaces and virtual physical hybrid workplaces, despite remaining unpopular with most environmentalists and bibliophiles.
Okay, automated dependent, the legal designation for any intelligent electronic entity. Abbreviated as AD and referred to in common conversation as AD or ADS, automated dependent is a catch-all term encompassing robots, intelligent programs, interactive holograms, and androids. ADs are present both digitally and physically in every industry and nation on the planet, assisting in everything from data management to physical labor. In the mid-21st century, lobbyists pushed through new tax classifications to define intelligent machines that were neither salaried employees nor mere equipment. Because it afforded tax breaks and lighter tariffs, the term became so commonly used that it spread to all branches of the robotics industry, from which point it began to penetrate into everybody's everyday speech and pop culture. Some sociologists argue that the term owes its popularity not simply to its brevity and prevalence, but to its ability to draw a distinction between the commonplace, robots, androids, smart UIs, etc., and the internationally illegal artificial intelligences. Search for this term may incur an account flag. Read more about how we cooperate with authorities to combat disinformation here. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so the helium fuel, that's the one we just picked up and you already read it, so
Yeah.
we shouldn't. God, it was so long. Okay.
Yeah.
Profile. Sarah. Occupation, paralegal, apprentice. Likes, split field diopter, Wing Chun, folding clothes. Dislikes, mops, fire alarms, variety packs. Useless talent, I can do a full split, but that is not useless. Favorite quote, as you think, so shall you become. Confession, I tried to use Adonai's makeup and broke a lipstick.
F. She tried.
All right, Reinhardt. Likes libraries, boating, fast learners. Dislikes marketing, solicitors, signing things, collects ancient coins. Pet peeve, web pages that take too long to load. Don't mention speed
Also-
at which Kintsugi site loads. Also,
We can go boating together. I'll go fishing.
Also, what? You said also.
We can go boating together.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think I was gonna say, and then I was letting you finish reading it.
I think I'm ready to order.
Of course. Nah, I'll take this, Sarah. Go wipe the tables for a bit. Okay.
No one has sat at them since I last cleaned them.
Then pretend to clean them like a normal employee.
Understood.
What's got you so tense?
Take a wild guess.
Did Sarah ask for a raise?
Be serious, Red. What happened last night?
Nothing. Your information was accurate for the most part. A pod of mid-level blue bloods had it. Seems like they were told to sit on it.
And were they willing to sell?
Nope. Laughed at my price, called me a spoiled Meg, and kicked my butt out the door.
They weren't curious where you got your information from?
Honestly, no. They rushed me out of there pretty fast once they heard my offer.
Were they expecting more company?
I got the impression they had work to get back to.
Okay. Anything else I should know?
No.
Anything you want to ask me?
How did you two meet?
The tables?
On my second day, you told me not to over-polish them in order to keep things lofty.
He really should have just told her to go stand in a corner and not listen to their conversation.
Yeah. Lo-fi.
Lo-fi. Is that is it
This
that
sounds like a
inappropriate
DDR
of a
track.
question?
I love it.
Am I wrong, though?
No, not at all. Anyway.
I'm your
you've
little
lived
butterfly.
You've lived in the city for decades, boss. But Adonai didn't move here until she started her apprenticeship at Masters and...
If you're going to tell people my whole life story at every possible opportunity, I'll just shred my resume and start mailing you around instead.
Amazing. How we met, huh? Well, that story's...
Not very good. I'll skip to the end and cut to the heart of our relationship, Sarah. Maybe they met playing DDR.
Maybe.
I pay Reinar a finder's fee, and he tells me where I can get into high-stakes poker games. That's not a lie. Now you know my terrible secret. Disappointed.
It's not illegal to gamble.
I don't go on my phone and wager my paycheck stubs on point spreads. I gamble. And since I can't afford the entrance fees for one of those anonymous masked ball cult-vibe blimp casinos the rich go to, I count on your boss here to find me tables to play at.
Guilty.
So you travel to the lower wards to gamble illegally? Truth be told, I've had my suspicions.
Yep,
Called
definitely not
out.
murdering people, just playing poker.
Yep, definitely innocent. Well, I mean, more innocent.
Seeing you go out at such odd hours without so much as your phone.
You gonna turn me in? Ding dong.
Oh, a customer.
A customer.
Irashai.
Yeah. Wait, what's your rush? What's your hurry?
Or is it more firm? Irashai. Irashai.
Two firm-looking men in finely pressed black suits with shades tinted so dark they must need modded eyes to see from behind them. Despite the subtle color palette, they stand out. It's hard not to in clothes that look that expensive. Clothes with some kind of pin on them. Matching pins. Oh, they're twinning. Shades slick and suit noir.
The fuck? More emphasis on the raw. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna forget they said that. I think I just heard the delivery drones bumping around outside, Sarah.
Just think of Bad Romance. Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah. I'll try my best. Would you check out the back? Your vintages might have arrived.
Go on.
Please excuse me, then.
Afternoon then, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Mr. Diamani.
I can't tell if they're supposed to be, like, ads or not.
I think they're just
Pardon?
like,
Suits.
yeah.
Cops. Okay. Pardon us for dropping in without first making an appointment. No trouble at all. Still getting the place cleaned up. I'm awfully embarrassed that I failed to realize the property lay within your borders. If you'd come with me to the back, I'd be happy to settle whatever debt.
We look like petty landlords to you. If you owed us tribute, you'd know it by now.
My mistake. Well, if you're here for information, I'll gladly wheel and deal. How about you?
We're not here to shop either.
We're here looking for Morgan.
I don't know Morgan.
Well,
That name ring any bells, Mr. Diamani? Right. Listen, boys, I'm not sure.
Sorry. I had something blaring in my ear, bud. I'm a Morgan, Esquire specifically. How can I be of service? I mostly practice criminal defense, but I do offer a few other services. You two look corporate. I can recommend some good workplace attorneys. I've got a business card somewhere.
We're not interested in that.
Of course not. Well, I'm flattered that you'd come all the way here to find me. You must have already tried the home office. We can set something up for...
you need to come with us now, ma'am.
Hey, I thought you said there was nothing I needed to know.
Oh, just killed 4 people. Didn't think you needed to know that.
Yep.
Business day is over for me, gentlemen. Can this matter wait until tomorrow?
Does it look like it can?
I don't know. I can't see your facial expression.
Yeah.
Great manners, this one. Time sensitive, then? My rate will have to reflect that.
Send us the bill.
We can afford it.
Music to any lawyer's ears. So who is we, then?
You think you're funny.
I do. Compared to you.
Morgan. These fine gentlemen are from House Icaria.
On occasion, information you went out of your way to collect in previous episodes will unlock new dialogue. It pays to stay informed. I'm familiar.
You are?
I've seen their name in the papers. Plastering their name all over uptown opera houses and homes for the sick or whatever. Though I didn't recognize that name when those blue bloods were cursing it last night. So maybe that propaganda's working.
Doesn't matter how generous they are at galas, they're still the richest and most powerful criminal organization in the city.
Rich and powerful. Why bother with the criminal qualifier?
Sorry, might I ask about the nature of this engagement? Arrangement? Same thing.
The situation is developing, Mr. Diamani.
We appreciate your patience. That's not what you want to hear.
So I gathered.
Your presence has been requested at the family estate, ma'am.
For business or...
The Icaria are always...
Oh, sorry, wrong person. The Icaria are always business.
Shall we get your coat?
Such gentlemen. Knew those suits weren't just for show. I can see myself out just fine, though.
Adonai, what's going on? Are you going somewhere?
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
These men are very athletic. Perhaps I should come with you.
If they want to arm wrestle, you'll be the first to know.
Call me when you get there, yeah?
If I'm actually in danger, I won't even be conscious when I arrive, but I appreciate the thought.
She fucked up somewhere? Or they want to hire her for something.
Maybe.
Boss, who were those men? Really?
New clients from Morgan. Really. Hopefully.
Hopefully?
Yeah, hopefully. Because if House Icaria puts her on retainer, she'll be able to buy you as much wine as you like.
But what do you mean by house?
All right, pay attention. If I'm gonna lecture, might as well try to teach. Start with ice. You want a lot of it, but low surface area, so never use crushed, okay? Starts to melt into the liquor. Waters the whole thing down.
Understood.
1.5 ounces of vodka. And what do we look for in a good vodka?
Smoothness.
Correct. It's the mark of quality, making the bitter go down easy. So, the nobility. You know what that is?
Historically, the ruling class, as enforced through economic or military might and maintained by familial relations.
Juice of a full lime. Look for a little spring and a consistent color across the skin. Nobility, old money, is another word for it, and the older it is, the slower it moves. Only so much wealth you could accrue in one lifetime, collecting from serfs and selling horses. But the Industrial Revolution comes along, shows the world what real wealth acquisition looks like, then you get new money, which always dwarfs old money. Inflation and split inheritances shave away at any generational wealth that's liquid. Now, new money and old money, they don't like each other.
Doesn't new money eventually become old money?
If the old money can help it, no one ever becomes old money. Triple sec, 1 ounce. My family was new money. Tried to make the transition. Join the right clubs, shake the right hands, make the right marriages. Laugh at the bad jokes.
Bad jokes can be entertaining in their own right.
Not the kind of bad I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
That's all right. You shouldn't need to know.
But what do you mean your family was new money?
Times changed. About 30 years ago, recession, depression, civil unrest, political upheaval. Most people, they were so scared they could barely think about tomorrow, let alone next year. But a decent man's chaos is a cruel man's investment opportunity. So while everyone else was panic selling off everything they could to buy food and water, a certain type of personality was buying, for pennies on the dollar, as it were. Give me a peel from that lime, as shallow as possible. Any white you see is just bitter. 1 ounce of gin. They were rough years, but they passed. And at the end of it all, some were left standing with a lot more than they came in with.
New money?
A new kind of new money. The new nobility. Neobility, if you're writing a thick piece.
Think piece?
I was gonna say, literally I went writing a thick piece with 2 C's, and I did not even realize that it was supposed to be think piece.
That piece is thick.
It's a thick piece. Unabashed oligarchs and devourer barons. Baron? He's so cute in the puppet town right now. When the governments of the world tried to reprivatize the industries, they had taken over with emergency powers. They were there to snatch them. And they started at the bottom. Steel, fuel, grain, machine parts, medicine. Here enters House Icaria. Or that's how they exited. Or that's how they exited. They went into the Red Decade as the Icaria cartel, drug smugglers and extortionists, thieves and murderers. They came out as one of the richest, most respectable names in the country. Not that they actually stopped doing any of that thieving and murdering, mind you. Put the top on tight, then shake.
So they are a crime family, like the mob.
Sorry.
Was that a bless you?
I sneezed.
Bless you. Discord barely caught it, so I just heard the softest. That was it. Bless you.
Thank you.
This is the 21st century, kid. It's muddier than that. House Icaria is not literally one family, not even one race or creed. They're simply the strongest criminal organization in the city, on paper. But not in practice. Practice is what they're lacking. Haven't had to get their hands dirty. Haven't had to maintain a presence in the lower wards in years. They make their profits from investments, blackmail, and more than a little insider trading. So they're criminal, yes, but their muscles atrophied. Time for a taste test. Ugh, that's not right at all. The hell did I forget? Boss. There must have been other criminal organizations 30 years ago. Others poised to take advantage of the changing times. Yeah. So what did the Icaria do to set themselves apart from the rest back then? Ugh, stupid. Most important ingredient. Drop of grenadine. Took me a second to realize what the fuck that said. The Lady Maria.
It's beautiful.
This is nothing. We'd use a frosted glass if this was for a customer. Looks like a ruby in the right lighting. If you do end up helping Red work with the Icaria, don't let the warmth of their golden furnishings confuse you. All that glitters is cold. All that glitters is cold.
Okay. So, do you think we should stop here before we go to this next part?
That
It's
seems
almost
like
midnight.
a good point. That makes sense.
Yeah. We can look through Neobility and then save.
That makes sense. How many times is that song going to come up in this game? Stop writing lyrics that are similar to it. Or, I mean, dialogue.
Neobility, derogatory slang for nouveau rich families and their networks. Isn't that how you pronounce that? Nouveau?
I think that's nouveau, yeah.
Slang term for the nouveau rich new money families that arose in the second half of the 21st century amid global economic turmoil. The name carries a negative connotation and is meant to criticize the way said families supposedly style themselves as nobility or even as a second estate that administers global power alongside the first governments and third corporations. Users also frequently searched for who are neobility families, how to marry into wealth, and define nouveau. Okay.
Of course they did.
Yeah. So I think this is a good place to save
Makes sense.
for tonight.
Hell yeah.
And we will continue probably next Thursday. That'd be the plan, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. I get my eyes looked at the day before, but that should be totally fine.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope
Hell
you enjoyed the first part of episode 2. I feel like we made no dent. I don't feel like we got anywhere, to be honest.
We did get the whole prologue.
Yeah, but we haven't even really found who we're going to be representing in court yet.
I mean, in theory, that's what's about to happen.
Maybe.
Possibly. Potentially.
You got further than I did, Crab? This one's long and has lots of stuff. Yeah, Splinter said it was a slow burn. I think that's probably accurate so far.
Yeah.
You know, and then Morgan kind of went ham and murdered 4 people partway through.
Yeah. I was surprised she didn't do it sooner, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised she was that patient.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where this is going. I don't know
Because
why.
obviously it's related to Morgan again, like the
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, I don't know why they've summoned her though. What's gonna happen
Right.
with the guy that was being tortured? Because she left him alive, and I feel like that's gonna come back to in some capacity.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, I remember that voice.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll probably take. Do you remember how many streams episode 1 took? At least
You have 5
4.
parts,
I have 5
but
parts.
I don't know how you
Some of
split it up
them-
because you also had the like bonus files, so that was technically another stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bonus files was kind of its own thing, so I feel like probably 4 to 5 parts. So I'm gonna guess that this one will probably be 5 to 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
That makes sense.
But yeah, join us next week for more of the devil.